All right, what's going on, fellas? So, I got a 18-minute drive. So, while I'm driving, I'm going to go ahead and make this video. Where does confidence come from? I tell you guys all the time that confidence is completely under your control. Whatever it is that you feel like you're not confident at, you can change it. You have the power to change it. But where does confidence come from? Confidence comes from your actions and your choices. Okay, so if you choose to take different actions, you're going to be more confident at whatever it is that you do. If you're unconfident at talking to women, then it's because of your choices and your actions. And what do I mean by that? If you're unconfident with women, it's because every time that you see a woman, you choose to tuck your tail and you choose to run instead of facing your fears and going after what it is that you want. Because if you go after what it is that you want, you see that beautiful woman and you go and you approach her, then you're going to start to be more confident because your actions are leading you towards the man that you want to be. Your actions are either leading you towards the man that you want to be or towards the man that you don't want to be. And if you keep choosing to take action towards the man that you don't want to be, you're going to live a terrible life. You're going to live a life where every single day you look in the mirror, you don't feel like a man. Every single day you look in the mirror and you know that you don't have the ability to, well, you do have the ability, but you don't have the confidence to speak your mind in any room that you're in. If you go up to a woman, you won't even do it because you're just too scared. You keep choosing to run away from your fears. So start choosing to face your fears. Start choosing to confront whatever it is that you're afraid of doing and do it head on. Confront it head on. Stop running from it. Because the longer that you run from it, the deeper you're going to go down that hole into a man that's just unconfident and is just a shell of a man. Because a man is not supposed to be afraid of things like that. Because fear is a tool that is installed in all of us. I don't know why this shit keeps beeping, but fear is a tool that's installed in all of us. And it's a tool for survival. Like if you're out there in the woods or in the jungle and there's some lion or a fucking gorilla, then obviously the fear is going to be useful. Why? Because if you don't have that fear, then you're not going to understand that if you get close to this wild beast, this wild animal, you might die. You might not make it out alive. So it is a tool that is used to keep us alive. But unconfident men, they're afraid of things that don't kill you. And so that's a super weak mindset because you're afraid of talking to a woman, meaning you're afraid to go after what you want because you care about rejection. You let other people stop you from going after what it is that you want because what you want is to go talk to that woman. However, you don't do it because of what she may say. So instead of trusting yourself, believing in yourself, and giving yourself a chance to go after what it is that you want, you would rather let that person hold the power of what you do, of what choice you make. That's what you're doing. And that's why you're unconfident. You're unconfident because you are given the power of you are given the power to other people to choose who you become. Okay? Because the longer you do that, understand, every single time that you run away from your fears, let's just say it's not even women, right? Let's just say you want to start a YouTube channel, but you let other people, their opinions, you let that stop you because you say, what will they say? What if I sound corny? What if I sound cringe? What if I have some haters in the comments? You think I give a fuck about that shit? You think I give a fuck about a hater in the comment? Understand this. Let me tell you this. Every time that I've ever clicked on a hater's profile or a hater's page, guess what? They never have a profile pic because they're just consumers. They don't create anything. It's equivalent to, the people in the NBA or the people in the UFC. The people in the bleachers are always going to have the most to say, but all they're doing is just spectating. They're watching other people live their lives. So you should never, ever let a spectator stop you. The people who are in the NBA, they're focused on winning. They're focused on being in the game. They don't care about what the people in the bleachers say. That's how you should see your life. You're in the game. You're in the game, and the people in the bleachers should not affect your choices or your actions at all. So understand that if you're unconfident, start choosing to go in the direction that you want to go in, the direction of the man that you want to become. Would the man that you want to become, would he tuck his tail every time he sees a beautiful woman? Or would he start approaching them? Even if at first you're not the best at it. If you're not the best at it, that's okay, because confidence comes from competence, right? The more competent that you are at something, the better, the more confidence you will have. Because let's just say I want to start doing the Rubik's Cube and I want to compete in the Rubik's Cube battle, or whatever it is, the battle of the nerds, the battle of the geeks. Then guess what? At first, I'm not going to be very confident because, I'm not the best at it. But the more I do it, the more I practice it, the better I get, the more competent I become, the more confident I will be. I will go into that battle against a bunch of geeks, 100 geeks, and be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to beat all of them. Why? Because I've done this many times. I've practiced it. I've rehearsed this. I've seen what my flaws are. I've worked on my flaws. But you're not going to be able to see your flaws if you never begin. If you never start anything, you're never going to be able to see what your flaws are. That's why a lot of people that just watch videos all day, or they ask for advice every single day, like I coach guys, and some guys, they don't take action, and all they do is just ask for advice. Advice is absolutely useless if you don't put that, if you don't take action first. Because if a guy asks me advice on how to talk to women, but I give him some advice and he doesn't go out there and take action and go talk to some women, then I don't know what his weak points are. I don't know if he needs to be better at, his tonality. I don't know if he needs to be better at not being so shaky. First, you need to go take action, raw action, and figure out what you need to improve. For example, this video right here, I am consciously working on not saying the word right. Why? Because along my I think it's been like a couple years on YouTube. When I first started, I wasn't the best speaker, and now I've improved. But how did I improve? I wasn't afraid to start and not be the best at it. I wasn't afraid to start and suck. I rewatched my first or second, third videos, and my videos sucked, to be honest. Why? Because I had flaws. But I wouldn't be able to figure out those flaws if I never picked up the camera and started talking. If I kept thinking, but what will other people think? What if they think I look stupid? What if they think I suck? Then I would never improve. But when I started and I rewatched my videos along the way, I could see what needed to be improved. And so I became more competent at it. And in turn, I became more confident at speaking on camera. Because at first, you're not going to be the best. That's just anything. So if you're scared to talk to women, you're not going to be the best. And that's okay. That's how everyone starts off. If you go rewatch my first, second, third video, guess what? I'm not the best. And that's cool. Because I don't care about being the best when I haven't even done it before. If I've never done it before, how can I expect to be the best? Because like I said, right now, I'm consciously focused on taking the word right out of my videos, because it's a filler word. And every time I'm making a video, and a lot of people say a lot of people say in between their sentences, which is a filler word. And for me, I made sure to take all that out. But what's left behind to fix is saying the word right. It's like a conscious effort to try my best not to say it. Because after every sentence, I'll be like, right, right. And it's something that I do unconscious, subconsciously, and just, I'm not thinking about it. It's just a part of my vocabulary when I'm speaking on videos. But in this video, I think I've done pretty good. So understand that if you want to become more confident at talking to women, then start approaching them, regardless of how you feel, regardless of if you're anxious, if you're nervous, if you have fear. It doesn't matter. Go do it anyways. Go do it anyways, because the more that you take action in that direction, the more confident you will become. Even if at first you're not the best, over time you will be better. Shit, you might become the smoothest man on earth. Don't think it's not possible just because you're not in a good position right now. You're in the position that you're in right now, which you don't like because of the choices that you've made. So start taking choices in the direction of the man that you want to become. Start taking action in that direction, and you will actually become that man, okay? I'll catch you guys in the next video. Drop a like. Hit me up on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching if you need some coaching. Peace.